The age-old question, digital or the physical? Both have advantages, both have disadvantages. So I'm just going to give my viewpoint on this debate. First things first. I usually don't talk about sports or anything, but hey, my Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. So excited about that. So let's talk about these comics. So the age-old question, age-old, gosh, I say that like it's been decades, when in reality it's only been a few years. Digital comics versus the physical comics. Now, let's see. Let's talk about the pros for both. Okay. Digital, from my experience when I use the DC Universe app or the the Marvel Universe app or the DC Infinite app, I use them quite frequently. A lot of times when I travel, I'm on a flight, I can download those comics and I can just read them easily, man. They're very portable, very accessible on the go. Like even in the rare situation when I have downtime at work, I'm able to read comics that way. And I do that. And it's very nice. But I feel like it's a very good thing to have the digital books. Will I go like say Comixology, for example, even though they might be saying bye bye. But anyway, will I go on there and will I buy a digital comic book? Will I go on the Marvel app, the non-Marvel Unlimited app, and buy digital comics off of there? No. Me personally, I will not do that because I don't think it's fair to comic book readers, comic book fans, to basically pay full price as a physical book. I don't see how that's right. I don't think that's fair to us to charge the same as a physical book. I mean, if I'm gonna buy a book, I'm gonna go to a Heroes and I'm gonna spend, $4.99 on a book. I'm gonna have it in my hands. I can collect that. That's something that you can collect. You can sell down the road, or if you choose to, or hand down to kids, or whatever the case, then it's worth it that way, right? You can't do that with a digital book. To me, it's just nothing more than just something that's good to get me by on the way to your destination if you're traveling, downtime at work, or even if you're just like laying in your bed before you go to sleep. It's a lot easier to have like your iPad, right? You can have the lights off because you have your light from the iPad or whatever is omitting, and you can see it perfectly fine. So in that situation, it's also good. Instead of having to have a light on and all this, and having a physical book in that situation. So those are some good, uses, good needs. I would almost say for digital comics. The disadvantage to digital comics, as I kind of briefly touched on it, you don't really have the collector's value, the collector's aspect for digital comics as you would have in a physical book. And honestly, that's kind of the biggest, main, maybe only reason that it's not that it's a disadvantage. And also the fact, like I also said, that the price they're charging people the same price as a physical comic book. And I just thought if it was like $1 maybe $1.50 or something like that. Maybe people, I myself, I'll just speak for myself, would be more inclined to maybe explore buying a digital copy of whatever book. But yeah, no, that's not gonna, no. Plus, if there's a zombie apocalypse, right, um, you're not gonna have electricity more than likely, or it's gonna be a scarce thing. You're definitely not gonna probably have Wi-Fi. You can't read your digital comics that way. You can't, but you know what? If you pull out your short box, you got plenty of physical books that you can read right there. Boom. I think I just ended it. The zombie apocalypse. Just think of that situation. Yeah, the zombie apocalypse, man. You get answers like that. But yeah, so basically, in a nutshell, the advantages for digital comics are the accessibility, the portability, and it's just easier in a lot of situations to read digitally. The disadvantages is the cost they're charging, and the collector's value, as I put it. Now, physical copies, it's totally awesome, man. You can sit there, that new comic book smell. You flip the pages. You get more of a real feel for the artwork, in my opinion, with a physical book as opposed to a digital copy. And like I said, you can also some people actually, hand these books down, hand their collections down to their kids or grandkids and things like that. So yeah, there's really no disadvantages either, in my opinion, to a physical comic book, because the same way you can travel with, the digital comics and it's easy that way. I mean, I've traveled with the physical books as well. You got to be more careful, so you don't really mess the books up and things like that. And it's just a little bit extra space that it takes up, but it's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy. So those are just my thoughts on digital versus physical. Yeah, let me know what you guys think on this, because I know a lot of people talk about it. I don't think that digital comics will ever entirely take place of physical books, because like when the DC Infinite app, when they came out with the Ultra tier, and they made the books come up only a month out as opposed to 6 months out. There were some people that were skeptical. Oh, that's going to hurt the LCSs and all this, that, and the other. I don't think that will ever be the case. I don't think digital comics will ever fully replace the physical comics, and I don't really think that they'll fully damage the market for physical comics and all that. So I don't think it's an issue. I think it's a good alternate solution in certain situations. But yeah, at the end of the day, the physical comics, man, I mean, that's where the gold is, right? So anyway, what do you guys think about this? Digital versus physical? Yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. So I'm going to leave my video right here, my previous video right here. Check it out. I'm going to leave a link also below with my Facebook page, my Instagram, and all that good stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking lately on my social media, but I'm gonna pick it back up. I've been really busy. The family's back in Brazil now, so I can kind of start to get back in the swing of things. Yeah. So that being said, catch you guys on the flip side.